Huber's mother was the first witness in the defense today as the murder trial enters its second week.
Huber is accused of shooting Ryan Poston to death in his Highland Heights condo in 2012. She claims self-defense. Local 12's Jeff Hirsch has been covering the trial for us, and he has more on what the first defense witnesses had to say. Jeff?
Oh, good evening. You know, it's quite interesting. Last week, the final prosecution witness was Ryan Poston's mother, and she said what a wonderful, loving, caring person he was. Today, the first defense witness was Shayna Huber's mother, and she painted a very, very different picture of both her own daughter and of Ryan Poston. Sharon Hubers, who is from Lexington, testified. You just heard that soundbite where Shayna called her after she had shot Ryan. Well, there was also another phone call which was made from Shayna to her mother, and her mother said that Mom, was very concerned about Shayna's safety due to Ryan, and in fact she got this other phone call about 18 hours before Shayna shot and killed Ryan Poston.
She was sick. She was in pain. There was fear in her voice. I got my clothes on, got in the car, and drove to Ryan's apartment. She was shaking. She was grabbing her left arm. I could tell her she was hurting. Her chest was hurting.
Now, the unstated implication there, of course, is that Shayna had been the victim of some sort of provocation or perhaps even an assault. Now, there was another defense witness called who was actually originally a prosecution witness, the police chief of Highland Heights, who investigated this case back when he was detective. And the reason they called him was to introduce some Facebook messages that Ryan had sent to some of his friends. Ryan Poston was involved in a very, very long and acrimonious legal battle with one of his former law partners, and these Facebook messages from Ryan to his friends revealed someone who was apparently very, very bitter and very angry.
I find myself looking for success stories of people who didn't really get started until they were about 30. Just try to keep myself from being discouraged. I just feel like something is wrong. Life has just lost all the glamorous and glittery bits, and I'm hating it.
Now, those were actually some of the milder ones. Some of the other Facebook messages were along the lines of, I want to leave a scorched earth. If I end up being a lawyer the rest of my life, I'm going to kill myself. Again, what the defense seems to be trying to do is portray Ryan Poston as being unstable, potentially volatile, potentially the kind of person who could instigate a situation. On the other hand, and this is interesting too, all those text messages and Facebook posts, I should say, from Ryan to his friends, not one of them that I heard today mentioned Shayna. Not one. Nothing said, I'm upset with Shayna, I want to hurt Shayna. So maybe it helps the defense. Maybe the prosecution points that out as the case continues. Live at the courthouse in Newport, Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
Certainly has been an interesting case so far, Jeff. Thank you.
No doubt.
Yeah. Hubers has been in the Campbell County Jail since the murder happened back in October of 2012. Local 12 News will have the trial covered for you as it continues. We have updates anytime on our website, local12.com.